Roy Shivers.
Somebody on a dialysis machine in a cave. Didn't have NORAD stand down. Didn't do war games of flying planes in the buildings that morning. Didn't do CIA insider trading. Didn't call Mayor Willie Brown and tell him not to fly and Ashcroft and everybody else.
What really happened on September 11th when 3,000 citizens were sent into heaven? Why the air of fake Bin Laden video confession? Why's the fairy tale version got so many questions? With radical hijackers that were only using box cutters sliced up pilots like a knife cutting hot butter. They had us frantic like a NASDAQ stock runner. They flew in planes like a Tom Cruise top gunner. But the story's bogus, I noticed. Dick Cheney ran 9/11 drinking Diet Sprite sodas. You only gotta look at how the buildings collapse. Bombs popping off, listen, cause the building effects. A controlled demolition had a molten pool of steel up at ground zero. That's the temperature to drown heroes. Fires in the buildings that were oxygen starved. People waving from the windows where the bombing had scarred. So let me get this straight. These fires couldn't melt people of glass, but they could melt 47 steel frames. World Trade 7 wasn't hit by a plane. At 5 p.m. collapsed and they couldn't explain. Now for the third time in history, a steel building melted in a neat little pile. Had it happen, such a mystery. The owners said pull it and admitted they knew. That's Larry Silverstein, the partner with the Blackstone Group. They got the act on cool and made $6 billion stacking blood money dripping off of necktie collars. The South Tower burned for like 48 minutes, while the buildings in Madrid burned for 28 hours, shooting white hot flames, but they never collapsed. Ask your scientist professor, make him try and explain that. Or just watch the videos with concrete shooting out the blast point. You hear explosions at the blast point. C4 hit him like an asteroid. Planning a controlled demolition. Got a question you can ask Roy. You got a question you can ask Roy.
What you believe doesn't necessarily make it so. And so people say, well, how dare you, change my reality on 9/11? I don't want to believe it. Well, regardless of what you believe, the facts are still the facts. Let me just say this.
Yo, for real, why was Dick Cheney running hijacking drills? And why has George Shultz got a mind that can kill? And why they steal the footage when a missile hit the Pentagon? Why they stage terror like in Beirut, Lebanon? Why is it that no one never try and intercept? Why would Rumsfeld stand out, order so direct? Really, why was 9/11 such an inside job? Well, because the facts make it easy to solve. So the project for the new American century said we need to mobilize with a new Pearl Harbor. Yeah, we got him by the chains, but we need to pull harder in a cashless society, control grid slaughter. So 3,000 citizens were martyred. The military budget seen jumping like a young Vince Carter. 9/11's really just a starter. They planted more terrorism all the way from here to Jakarta. And after the fact, they passed the Patriot Act. They left the Constitution murder with a stake in its back, cause they had to get a stake in Iraq. Bechtel, Raytheon, Dicor, and the Halliburton contracts. Children get abducted like alien contact in Abu Ghraib prison during military combat. Cheney's that man saying bomb that. I'm that vice president that played possum like a wombat. He stole the plan out of Operation Northwoods. Him and Scooter Libby burned crosses and they sport hoods. Peter Schumacher in a shadow government are running martial law takeover drills out of Fort Hood. See, they import goods, CIA running crack, teenagers popping more Viking than Laura Bush. Deficit they running up, $3 trillion missing from the Pentagon budget. The water supply drugging it. Why you think they loving it, loving it? Got a system where the terrorism happens cause the CIA funded it. Abu Musab al-Zarqawi's just a one-legged shield. Bin Laden's already been killed. Just false flag mind control, synthetic terrorism, comic book villains. Now Americans are scared of living blind to the 9/11 inside job. It's Roy Shivers to the truth like religion and God.
Face the facts. There's no debating it. All the evidence points toward David Ray Griffin's fourth scenario, government total involvement. That is a criminal element within the government. That doesn't mean your mailman was involved, or the cop was involved, or your cousin whose FBI was involved.
Yo, for real, why was Buzzy Krongard selling airline stocks? Why is Bush's brain star where his hairline stops? Why do Pentagon officials all cancel their flights? Why does fluoridated water cause cancer in mice? Why would World Trade 7 all of a sudden collapse? Why was Dick Cheney planning for a war in Iraq? Really, why was 9/11 such an inside job? Well, because the facts make it easy to solve. Muhammad Atta trained as a spy up in Cali for the Able Danger program in the Monterey Valley. Then he transferred to a CIA flight school in Venice. FBI double agent terrorist apprentice, with Cheney running drills like a dentist. Remote control piloted and crashed into the World Trade Centers. And now he claiming that he can defend us. Halliburton's making $20 billion off of genocide agendas. Economy to topple like Jenga, mass media that's running bigger scams than the credit card lenders. This new world order that we enter is David Rockefeller's wet dream, cause he's chicken like tenders. It's really not the end of it. The Federal Reserve print money and they spending it. It's Roy Shivers, I can smell a psyop from the scent of it, knowing that the NSA ran at least 80% of it. They knocked down the towers like a tenement, ensuring that the military military industrial complex benefit. You hear the truth in my sentiment. Bush administration officials, they take reality and bend it.
It's called covert action. It's called compartmentalization. This is what they do. The CIA admits to hundreds of bombings all over the world and blame it on people.
Why supposed hijackers traded Air Force bases? And why did Flight 93 land in 2 places? And why did they replace it with a drone? And why are Paul Wolf and Winston Richard Pearl talking with Sharon? Why did agents from Assad laugh at videotape? Why did FBI agents go and let them escape? Really, why was 9/11 such an inside job? Well, because the facts make it easy to solve.
I have official government documents for 9/11. I have official government documents for Operation Gladio. I have official government documents where they carried attacks out. Do you understand? That's the number one piece of evidence. Number two is the motive. And then we say, well, we don't want to believe this. Let's look at the evidence. And when you look at the evidence,